The NFL is what many would call a well-oiled machine, something that can't be stopped. And when it comes to making money, they're truly unmatched. But what if I told you that NFL's true and only demise is itself, specifically the owners? The NFL owners have an interesting blend of ego, power, greed, and most importantly, money. And these owners have a lot of it. And this response from Dan Snyder, the Washington Commanders owner, speaks to it perfectly. The NFL is a mafia, and all the owners hate each other. And just the fact that he's referring to the NFL as a mafia is hilarious to me because it's just so accurate. All these owners hate each other, and when they're together, they're like best friends. But the second they walk away, you know they're stabbing each other in the back because they want to get the best deal, and the bottom line is making more money. And the wildest part of this video is that it's not just one owner, it's several. There's multiple things going on behind the scenes that you may not know about. And before taking a deeper dive, I'm really excited to announce the sponsor of this video. Me and my friends use gametime all the time. It's so easy to use. If you're like me and love watching sports live and love waiting to the last second to get the best deals, gametime is your answer. I've even had times where I got tickets half off or more. And if you use my code DSD with the link in my bio, you'll get $20 off your first purchase of $150 plus. Go download the app now and get yourself to a game. With all that being said, the start of the NFL's demise could be happening right before our eyes. And it starts with the name I mentioned before, Dan Snyder, the owner of the Washington Commanders. This man has done everything he possibly can do to take down his team. If you guys don't remember, before Dan Snyder took over as the owner of Washington, this was a premier franchise in the NFL. And all this man has done since taking the ownership is embrace mediocrity. And honestly, I think calling Washington mediocre is just being nice. The football team in Washington, D.C. has been a bottom feeder for years. And from what it sounds like, the NFL owners want this man out. And before I get into what caused the NFL owners to want him out, here's what would need to happen if you want to remove an owner. It takes 24 out of the league's 32 teams to remove a fellow owner. The same 75% threshold needed to approve a purchase of a franchise. And currently the owners are counting votes to see if there's enough among the 31 other franchises to push Snyder out. And the Colts owner Jim Irsay is the first one to come publicly out against Dan Snyder.
I believe that there's merit to remove him as owner. I think it's something that we have to review. We have to look at all the evidence and we have to be thorough in going forward. But, I think it's something that has to be given serious consideration to.
Before we get into what the clapback was from Dan Snyder, what did he do to get all these owners mad at him? I want to be very clear. I won't be speaking on the severity of the case because I don't have all the facts at hand, and just the sheer complexity of this case, I don't think it's right for me to give my honest thoughts on something I don't have all the facts for. The current allegations against Dan Snyder include an ongoing investigation by the NFL as well as the United States Congress for toxic workplace and sexual harassment. In 2000, he and the team paid a former female employee $1.6 million after she accused the team's owner of sexual assault. And since then, several more people came out claiming similar stories to that former employee. And also, Snyder is accused of withholding $5 million in security deposits from 2,000 season ticket holders. The team reportedly used that money for other reasons than what they were originally stated. And there's a few more damaging accusations as well. But with all that being said, let's get back into the meat of the story. Dan Snyder's Commanders then came out with a long response to Jim Irsay's statement, basically calling Irsay's comments inappropriate, and also called Jim's claim that there's merit to remove Dan as owner of the Washington Commanders a falsehood in the media. And also went on to say, it's unfortunate that Mr. Irsay decided to go public with this statement today, while an investigation is in process, and the team had no opportunity to formally respond to the allegations. And this basically happened almost immediately after. His PR team got right on this. If all these allegations have been going on for years, why are they coming out against him now? The reason is because Dan Snyder told an associate that he reportedly has enough information to blow up NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and other team owners, according according to ESPN. And also according to another ESPN report, Dan Snyder hired a private investigator to dig up dirt on other NFL owners. And one of the main owners Dan had a specific liking to is Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. And also, Dan said to another owner that he has dirt on Jones, and Snyder told multiple associates he has a file on Jones. And Dan Snyder reportedly said, they can't with me. My man is not going down with the sinking ship. He's gonna go out with a fight. Things are definitely heating up in Washington, no doubt about it. And something is not gonna end well for someone. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And is that it? Nope. Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft get into it over Roger Goodell's contract. Reportedly, the NFL owners voted 31-1 to permit the compensation committee to open negotiations on a new contract with Commissioner Roger Goodell. And reportedly, the one no was Jerry Jones. And the reason why Jones said no was due to the structure of Goodell's compensation. Sources say that Jerry Jones, in passing, said to Robert Kraft, don't with me. And Kraft said, excuse me? And then Jerry Jones replied to that saying, don't mess with me. Jerry Jones? Robert Kraft? These are two of the most influential owners in the league. And now they're at odds to each other? And reportedly, they have some sort of semblance of a relationship. They're actually friends by all accounts. So things must be really cooking up behind the scenes for these two to be getting into it. But maybe Jerry has a claim here, because Roger Goodell makes money. A lot of it. The New York Times reported that Goodell made $128 million over a 2-year stretch from 2019 to 2021. And on top of all that, the defending Super Bowl champions Los Angeles Rams owner Stan Kroenke will be forced to pay the remaining $571 million that will be going to St. Louis over the team's relocation to LA. The NFL has already paid the $790 million settlement to St. Louis. But how the payment was divided up between Kroenke and the league has been a contentious issue for months. NFL teams have already contributed a total of $290 million towards the settlement reached with the city last year. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. But thankfully for Stan, he has a net worth of $12.9 billion, so I think he'll be okay. In conclusion, will the NFL be alright? The answer is probably yes. But there's no success without drama, and let me tell you, the NFL has tons of it when it comes to drama. But one thing's for sure, the NFL and its owners are not hurting for money. That's it, y'all. If you made it to the end, you obviously liked the video a little bit, so make sure you sub, leave a comment, leave a like, because we're going to be doing this a lot more often. Talk to you guys soon.